Hey kids, so again, looking through the things in the class, I see this file name processor, which is from topic 115, the string manipulations. String manipulations will be a big deal on the AP exam, be my guess, so let me go over this one. So here's what it starts like. And I've been tinkering around with this and then I had to stop. So I'm coming back and I'll do it again. So it looks like you are given a document name with an extension. Here's a photo.jpg, but here's one that's a report, so we might have a problem with that. And then here's one that's an entire path that has an extension, but has these little slashes in there as well. And so the idea is it should print out like, for document.txt, it should print out 8, which is where the index is, and it should print out the file name, the extension, the length, and whether or not there has an extension or has a path. And I can anticipate that the only problem will be this one here, because when we try to, we'll end up getting a -1, which means there will not be an extension. So we might need to add like some sort of an if-then-else statement to handle that, but we'll see when we get to it. This one, we will have to see like, hey, does it contain a slash? Because, yeah, so I'm thinking that's what we'll have to do. We'll have to check, is there a slash? But anyway, it doesn't look too bad. So let's give this a try and see if we can get some things to work out. So I want to find the index of the last period. And it seems to me that the last period is always the only period. So I'm going to go int period index equals, and the name is full path. And I want to go index of, and in the parentheses, I put the period in quotes. And let's go ahead and print this out. Just to see if it works. All right? Because if it works, that'd be cool. Yep, so that's not bad. That's not bad. 8, 5, -1 because this word report does not have a period. So we'll worry about that here in a second. Extract the file name without the extension. So we probably need to think about this. So if we'll probably get an error when we run this, but we'll give this a try. So this is going to be a string, and I'll call this file name, and we want that to be equal to the full path dot substring that starts at 0 and goes up to the period index. Now the problem is when we try to print this out, it's going to give us an error. And let's talk about that. So we'll go system.out.println, and I want to print out the file name. And let's see what happens when we do this. And so it gives me the first 2, but then it throws that error. And it doesn't know what to do when the period index is -1. So we should probably do something like this. We should probably go string.filename, declare it, and then I'm going to go if period index is equal to -1. Hope I got to wrap this in parentheses, don't I? If period index is equal to -1, then what I would like to do is set the file name equal to the full path. So whatever the name is, a full path, that should return the report for me. Else I just want to do this. Oh, I probably should not have done that, but that's okay. File name equals full path, and I need to wrap the closing thing. So let's see. I think that'll fix it. So if the period index is -1, I'm just going to return the name that I've given. Else, I want to return the substring. So let's see if this works. Yep, it did. Yes, it did. And I could probably do something similar to but since it's an int, I don't want to do that. But instead of returning -1, I could say, if the index is -1, what I should do is say, there is no period or something like that. But notice what it did is it printed out just the name of the report, so that worked okay. And then let's do, we need to extract the extension. And so we might need to do something similar, because if the period index is -1, there isn't going to be an extension. So let's give this a try. I'm going to create a string, and I'll call that extension. I'll just call it that. And then I will say extension equals no extension. Else, extension is the full path, it's the substring. And what we do is we just go from the period index, and if you don't put another number in, it goes from that index all the way to the end. So that should do the trick. Let's print this out and see if it works, shall we? So system.out.println, and we want to print out extend. All right. Let's run this and see if it works. Yep. So far so good. So the report, the index of the period is -1. There is no period. It printed out the name of the file, which is just the report, and we returned that there is no extension. So that's good. And all the other ones worked out fine. It returned the file name and the extension and the index. So everything's working just as intended. So check if the path is included. So what I want to do is, so I will do check if path is included. So this is going to be a Boolean, and I'll call this path equals full path dot contains, and then I want to know if it contains a /. And then I'm going to go system.out.println, and let's just print out path and see what it does. So, all right, so I'm getting the right methods, and then display all components. So I think it did all of that. Yeah, I think this works. I'm not worried about this thing. I would call through homework the whole thing. That'd be all right. Oh, I did I not get the entire length? I probably should do length, so I should probably go something like this. System.out.println full path dot length. And let's run this and see if this works. Yeah. So it would be nice to format it like this. Again, you are not going to be asked to do these fancy formatting things on the AP exam, but you will be asked to use these string methods like we've used here. So I think if you can get these numbers to work out so they match these numbers down here, I think you'll be okay. The only one I'm not sure I agree with is that, but that's all right. So have at it, kids. Keep plugging away. Appreciate your effort on all this stuff.